Well, hey there, everyone. It's me, Esther Bartkiw. I have an interesting video for you today. At least I think it's really interesting. Recently, I sat down with, I think, about 10 to 15 questions I wanted to ask my higher self for guidance on. And I went really deep to get the answers. And I recorded the session. And many of the questions were very personal to me, but there were some questions that were of broader interest. And I thought the guidance was really interesting. So I transcribed the answers and I want to share it with you. So we're going to talk about travel vaccine passports, new earth concept, law of attraction. Is it really real or is it a distraction? And can you find true love in the matrix? This is what we're going to cover here today. So welcome back to my channel. My name is Esther Bartkiw. I am a core belief therapist. I am an intuitive and energy reader, super fan and student of astrology. I combine core belief therapy, which is like a soul journey, with psychological tips, tools, and techniques, energy healing, spirit-filled messages in order to provide for my clients grounded and spiritual guidance and deep inner work to create change and transformation in their lives. So yes, I do a lot of readings for people. When I'm doing a formal reading for someone, I have channeling guides that have been with me for a very long time, and they're the ones I pull information together when I'm doing readings for you. When I'm getting my own information, I connect a lot with my higher self. Of course, always God. For me, it's always straight to God. That's number one. But I want to connect with my higher self because my higher self is my higher, wiser self. Our higher self knows everything there is to know about us, but it's coming from a different perspective, a higher vibration, a different dimension, however you want to discuss it. And I find that I get a lot of really good information from her. She's pretty cool. And so this is why I do a lot of higher self or soul essence work in my practice, right? Soul alignment, soul signature work, soul essence work. I've been doing this over the years. But I had some pressing questions and I thought, let's do this. So when I said I went deep, it's not hypnosis. I'm fully aware. I'm fully conscious. I'm participating at all times. If you've ever done any one-on-one work with me, belief work, you know how I can take you on that journey within so that you're really channeling your own information, but at the same time, you're very conscious and aware of what's going on. All right. And I love helping you to do that. All right. So stay tuned because I have created something really special for you at the end of this video. So the first question was travel. Oh my goodness, travel. And I asked, it was a personal question from me. Remember, these were my personal questions. I wasn't asking on behalf of the collective. It was personal for me. Will we be able to travel with just our country passport or a visa as required? Okay, so just country passport. So my higher self said not initially, but yes, as people align to a higher timeline. Okay, so she said there may be a travel passport that is different from your current country passport, but it's not going to be a you're vaxxed, you're not vaxxed passport. All right, so I'm working on more information about that. So we backed up a little bit. I said, okay, let's back up a little bit. And she said, the way the timeline is set up right now. So today is March 21st, and I did this reading March 9th. Okay. So as of that date, March 9th, this is where the information's coming from. And it's still valid for today. It could change, right? As the vibration changes, the collective changes, our timelines change, these things could change. But this is the information as of today. So the way the timeline is set up right now, We are going to move into vaccinated passports more and more. And she said, but that doesn't mean you can't move off of that timeline. She said, look at how fast the changes happened on the planet in 1 year. All of that can unravel and dissolve in another year. And when you are unraveling and moving on to a more positive timeline, you gain momentum. There will be momentum. Okay. So the step back we took over this past year on a positive timeline shift, we will create positive change and much more quickly, which I found very encouraging. But it's not going to happen right away. And I asked for a time, and she said 2 to 3 years. So 2023, 2024, 25, which lines up with the other information that I'm getting, that it's going to take some time to sort all of this out. And then my higher self joked with me, because when I'm in meditation and prayer, I'm always saying to her, I'm always saying to God, there's going to be tears. There's going to be lots of tears if I can't travel freely. And she said, don't go into tears. Hold the focus of what you want. And then I saw an image of my future self waving a passport, smiling, luggage. All right. So that's great. So my future self is already on that timeline. And my higher self said, the companies, the travel companies, she didn't say countries, but she said companies who only accept vaccinated people, and she said like cruise lines and airlines, they're going to get hit hard and there's going to be a pushback. So initially there will be people who will say, I'm only traveling with them because we're all vaccinated people. That's fine. But there's going to be pushback. They're going to feel it financially. The word pushback came. All right. So that was the information I got about travel vaccines, because very personal to me. I live a nomadic life. I know that might not matter to a lot of people, but it was important to me. So there you have it. All right. The next question I asked was, what can you tell me about New Earth? Confirmation of my belief and understanding of this concept. Is there something different or additional information? So again, remember, I'm not asking on behalf of the collective, what is New Earth? I'm coming at this question from, I know what New Earth is. I teach New Earth to people. Can you confirm, tell me information that's different? Because I wanna provide good information. So then she said, many of the concepts you have of New Earth are correct. We will confirm that yes, New Earth is an energetic state, a state of consciousness. It is the same planet, but in a higher vibration, higher state of consciousness. And in that, you will see the world differently. Everything will be brighter, more vivid, more interesting. You will see the beauty and the perfection of it, even in that which you may deem to be imperfect, because the density has lifted. You will interact with people differently, even though it is the same place. You will interact with people differently, even though it is the same people that you interacted with in 3D, 4D. That is the most important piece to confirm to you. And continue to offer this information to your clients, to people, because so many people believe that New Earth, fifth dimension, is going off Earth, but it's here. And you know, that rings true to me, because I remember, I want to say maybe 8 years ago, I was doing a session with a lady in Burlington when I used to do like in an office sessions. And that's when we really started just talking about 5D. It was a new concept to a lot of people. And she said to me, Esther, I don't want to go to 5D. And I'm like, why? And she's like, because I know my husband won't go, and I don't want to leave him here on this planet, you know, all by himself. And I had to pursue that and asked her, well, what did she think that 5D was? And she thought, oh, I thought I'm just going to like just leave and go somewhere else. And we then had a really good conscious discussion about how it's a consciousness, it's an energy, it's a vibration. All right. As new Earth is created, people are peeling away 3D, 4D densities from themselves, from their mind, their eyes, their ears, their body, from what is hanging as a veil in the atmosphere. There will be wobbles. Be patient with the wobbles. When you begin to firmly plant yourself on a new Earth timeline, you will feel an uplifting. You will see the same things around you, but with new eyes. You will interact with the same people, but in a different way. Okay? New people will gravitate to you through the alignment, and others will just naturally gravitate out. There is no explosion of Earth. There is no destruction of Earth. It is moving into an energetic state, a state of consciousness that already exists. And to align with it, you raise your vibration and you open yourself to greater consciousness. It is very easy. Okay. So for me, that was really confirming, and I was really grateful to have that information. All right. Law of attraction. Then I wanted to know, because I'm a big law of attraction girl. Law of attraction, is it really a universal law, or is it distraction? I don't know why I came up with this, but it was on my question list. And she laughed and she said, no, it's not a distraction. It is a universal law. It is good you are aware of it, applying it, and teaching it. In fact, and she kind of gestured to like all the guidance around me, are grateful you are teaching it to others, making it very simple. People have complicated its understanding and application, and then doubt it when they don't manifest their desires. You, and she was talking to me personally, you are attracting all of the time, wanted and unwanted, according to your vibration and focus. You, Esther, are a very good conscious creator when you set your mind and focus on something and then just enjoy life being an allowance, and it shows up. And you know what? I had a reminder of this the other day, just yesterday. Set my mind to something and then I just enjoy life, and whoo, there it is. You've done it throughout your whole entire life. And then she said, May, June, July. There's going to be a greater uplifting of energies on the planet for all of us. Use the energies to realign to a higher timeline. And that actually lines up with the astrology, because remember, as I've been saying, from middle of May to middle of July, when Jupiter, the planet of expansion, of wealth creation, like what we call good luck and fortune and all of that, moves into the sign of Pisces, and there's going to be a really nice lightness of being on the planet for a couple of months. Then Jupiter moves out at the back end of the year, and then in January moves back in for another 6 months. So we've got some really great manifesting energies heading our way, not only for our personal journey, but also for the collective journey, what we want to create as a collective, right? That new Earth here on the planet. All right. And then the fourth question I want to share with you is there's a guy that I follow on Twitter, and he's called End of Days Radio, and his handle is @ninjashoes. And he posts some interesting things, and he was making a comment about, is it possible to experience true love in the Matrix? And he suspects, his comment was that he doesn't think so, that it's rare. And I've actually talked to my guides about this before, about can we know true love when we're in these densities 3D into the Matrix? And I thought, this is a really good question, right? So my higher self said, yes, this is a very good question about the Matrix and true love. And she said, true love. And I said, okay, let's first get clear what true love. And she said, the way God loves you, that pure love. that unconditional, that pure, just warmth of love. And she said, it is rare on the 3D, 4D earth, what you call the matrix, because your beliefs, your memories, your hurts, your concepts of reality, your judgments, your expectations come in and cloud it, okay? But people do see glimpses and get glimpses of it. Often it comes in nature, or seeing a small child with an animal, or someone caring of elderly. There are some couples who are together romantically as partners who radiate this pure love. Their vibration is higher. They're together and yet free, and they play in the mysteries of the universe. And so I said, well, you know, there's so many people who want that true love. If we can't get it here in the matrix, in the 3D, 4D, you know, what encouragement can I give to people? And she said, first of all, she didn't say that it was not possible. She says it's there. We catch glimpses of it. And I got little reminders of it, you know, like little flashes from my past. And she said, attract a vibrational match. Most important. Someone who will grow then vibrationally with you together. To be curious about the mysteries of the universe, the mysteries of spirituality, both raising your vibration, sometimes at different speeds and sometimes together. And then you will tap into, as duo, more and more of this true love. And of course, we're also working on raising our vibration collectively. So, you know, at some point, all of these timelines are going to merge and show up in our lives. So if you found this interesting, what I would like to do is, I got such great information from my higher self. I asked my higher self questions like, what is the belief that I hold that's really not true, but I believe it, and so it's holding me back in life? That was a really interesting question. I asked about, I feel like I've cleared so much karma in this life. Is there any left that I need to do? I asked about a couple of career things, like courses I wanted to take. Is this in my best and highest interest? Is this a path to take? I got some good information there as well. I asked a lot of body questions because I'm having some pain on my outer thighs. My SI joint is still causing me problems. I wanted to ask about my eyes, so I asked a lot of body questions. I asked work questions. As you can see, I kind of delved into some fun areas. I wanted to know some stuff about my next step, like where's my next move going to be after Montenegro, because right now I've got a couple of choices and I want to be placed where I can receive and give, right, the highest benefits. So I thought I would love to facilitate and guide you through a communication with your higher self. And I've created a special offer for those of you who are interested. And you can click on the link below and find out more information. It's going to be a limited time offer. Once that clock expires on that page, the offer expires. So this is something I haven't done for years. And now is a really good time. Remember, your higher self is your higher and wiser self. It knows everything about you. And this is a process where you and I are going to meet. It's going to be about a 90-minute session. You're going to come with a list of questions that you want your higher self to answer for you. And I'm going to guide you into a deep communication with your higher self. I'm going to be like the guide, the director, the facilitator, make sure you're connecting, confirming answers that you're getting, maybe asking follow-up questions so you can go deeper into the information. And as we are in process and I put you into this meditative state, I will ask the questions and you're going to channel the answers. right? It's always best when you are getting your own answers. And then I have a few groovy questions I'm going to toss in at the end to really make this session just really full and meaty and juicy for you. And we will also ask your higher self, if a limitation comes up, is there something that your higher self can do right there in the moment to clear it? Because as I went through my process, there were a couple of things that came up, and my higher self said, oh my gosh, you've already learned the answer, learned the lessons to that. We can clear that. And we had some nice energetic clearings. Okay. So again, I'm going to be the guide, the facilitator, the director of it. You're going to have the questions. You're going to channel the information for yourself, but I'm going to be watching, right? I'm going to be taking you through it. So you're going to feel really confident so that you can do this on your own in the future. So many great things can come out of this. You're going to get answers to your questions. You may get spontaneous healings. I'm going to help you to feel really confident doing this for yourself on your own in the future. I've done this before with people, and people really appreciated it because not only did they get answers to their most pressing questions, but after they said, now I know how to connect with my higher self. Now I know how to get answers for me. I don't have to be always looking, for readings or tell me what's going on. And that's the place you want to get to. So if this interests you, please click on the link below. Again, it is a limited time offer at a very special pricing. And I look forward to doing this with you and seeing what questions you have for your higher self. All right, everybody. Ciao for now. Have a great day. We'll talk soon.